Quite a few mods this week, so here's my top 5. So the first one to date, this is Natural Water Rivers and Ponds Pack. This is by Al Moonlight MA, 2.01 megabyte on the download. And this is ace. For creating your own farm, you can now actually put your own waterway in. Which I've sort of done here, because it does take a lot of practice and a lot of finessing. Which, if you ever see me stack bales or pallets, you know is not my strongest attribute. But when you get it right, it looks ace. Really does. So you go into the construction menu. So we're going to there. And then you go into decorations and others. You got a few options. So we'll start at the beginning. So you got the 80 by 20, 160 by 20, 240 by 20, 330 by bend left. You got a 30-30 bend right. You got an 80 by 80 crossover. You then got large lake 80 by 80. You then got lake 120 by 120. You got lake by 180 by 180. You got river bend left 70 by 50. River bend right 70 by 50. River course down 120 by 60. River course up 120 by 60. Round pond 15 metre. Round pond 30 metre, round pond 50 metre, rectangular pond 10 by 20, rectangular pond 25 by 50, rectangular pond 50 by 100. That's your last one. So obviously you go for whichever one you want. I mean, there is a little warning on the website that says, you know, you need to be careful about placing them down because you have got to get the levels right. Otherwise it looks a bit, yeah, get these gaps in, like you down here you'd see like a gap on the top and that sort of thing. But you know, as long as you're careful with your placement, this is absolutely brilliant. I mean, you really go into your creation mode with all this on your farm. Love it. Right, next up is the John Deere 9RT. This is by Agrotono, 11.57 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under large tractors. So it starts up with a 517 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed. All different shenanigans on the go. You can add additional monitors inside. You can tint your windows, change the engine. You know, starts off at 517, 572, 628, 700, then back to 517. You can change the tracks if you want to, add some weights on there. But the thing that I think this is great with, if we go into here like that, we'll start it up. If you do RB, if you're on Xbox like me, and left and right on the right stick, you can open the bonnet. Now we'll turn it off because obviously go under the bonnet with a spinning fan, you're going to end up chopping your arm off. But that is ace. Yeah, could simulate fixing your tractor up and, you know, put it in a workshop. You know, the workshop that has the ramps in, you could just drive it up there, open up the bonnet, really get into the role play with that. That is excellent. I mean, all these warning signs and indicator stalks, they all fold in as well. I think this, for the whole immersive role play situation, is absolutely brilliant. Right, next up is the Lizard Warrior Plus. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Sword, 12.68 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under trucks, and obviously this was going to be on here because look at the state of it already. It comes standard like that. That is brilliant. I love a bit of chrome. 460 horsepower, 74 mile an hour top speed. Usual shenanigans with the wheel bands and the tyres. You change the bumpers and whatever, but if you add the vinyls, look at that. Oh, that is ace. And what makes it even better is you've got the engine set up there. You've got WR, which is 460. You've got WR Plus, which is 550. Then you've got WR Plus Plus, puts an air intake on the bonnet. Oh, that is brilliant. Obviously, the main colour, we're going to like that. I mean, you can even have copper. Why wouldn't you want to do that? That is absolutely brilliant. I mean, we'll just mix it up. We'll go the opposite way. That is ace. I mean, me personally, I've gone for the copper chrome on black because I think that's just brilliant. But still, I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. I mean, Yeah, it's me. I mean, I do like shiny things. I'll be the first one to admit that, but I think this looks absolutely ace. When the door even opens when you come and get out the vehicle. That is brilliant. Right, so we've had the update 1.5 this week as well, and it's raised the pallet limit. But if you're on Xbox One like me, that pallet limit is only 75, which is still quite low. Well, I think it is anyway. So this is larger capacity pallets. This is by Top Ace 888, 45 kilobyte on the download. And what it does, normal pallet of flour is 1,000 litres. But these pallets are 5,000 litres. So it's 1/5 of what you would normally have. Now that is ace. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, even with 75 pallet limit on Xbox One, that's still low. So you're going to be able to use like 5 times as many pallets from a capacity point of view than you would do before. How can you not like that? That is seriously going to be one of the best mods ever. It's got to be though, hasn't it? I mean, that just allows you to do so much more on the production chains. Now there is two words of warning with this. If you've got the liftable pallets mod, this doesn't work. The liftable pallets mod overrides this. So if you have both of those on and you're still only getting 1,000 litre pallets, it's the liftable pallets mod, which again is a brilliant mod. I'm not saying you should go for one over the other, because I think the liftable pallets and this, if they could get them to work together, that would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. We'll see. The second thing with this is it only works on the base game productions. What I mean by base game, as in, like, you know, flour, your raisins, that sort of thing. If you've got a mod that's got a new crop, new production type, shall we say, so like the Omatana farm building pack, you know, you can have popcorn and ice cream and whatever, it doesn't work on those. It's only the base game productions that it works on. Just to get that one clear. Obviously, if you've got a mod production chain that makes these, that's fine, not a problem. Only new products it don't work on, but still, that is a great mod. Alright, and the last mod for the day is the pallet storage. This is by Omatana, 17.87 megabyte on the download. And again, to go along with the 5,000 litre pallets, this solves your problem. I mean, I did do a video on how you never have to worry about pallets again, so I'll pop it up in the corner for you. Go check that out after you finish watching this one. But these two combined, that's it, pallet limit gone. Really is that good, both of these together. Now, if you go into the construction menu for the buildings, because there's a couple of trailers to go along with it. So if we go into sheds and silos, we'll scroll along. There we are. So you got the first one there. This is a £20,000, euros or dollars, 20 million litre capacity. 20 million litre capacity. I mean, that's just like ace. I mean, and also all of these will take loose crops as well. So it's not just pallets it takes loose crops, which is brilliant. You could sell your farm silo and just put one of these down. It's absolutely brilliant. Then we got £10,000 for a 2 million litre capacity. We then got 10 grand again for another 2 million litre. 10 grand again for another 2 million litre. Obviously you go for whichever style you want to. And then the small garage style one is 5 grand for 500,000 litre capacity. And these are just ace. So if we go over here, we'll go and get a pallet of 5,000 litre flour. It'll work on normal pallets as well, so you haven't got to use them together if you don't want to. I'm just going to do it to show you that it accepts both lots. So we'll go and we'll get one of these on the front of the Manitou, like so. These are so easy to load these silos as well. I mean, all you got to do is just drive over into the trigger area and it just goes in, just like that. It's done. It's so simple. That is so easy. I mean, you couldn't make it easier, to be fair. And you got the two trailers. You got a big semi trailer That holds, how much does it hold? Have a look. 50,000 litres. And then you've got a little pull behind trailer that holds 15,000 litres. These aren't pallet trailers. What these will do is you'll pull up and you'll hit fill, and it'll load all the stuff in from the pallet menu, shall we say, but it'll load it in as like a loose crop, and it won't unload pallets. So you can still get around it, you know, that's not a problem. Just fill it up and then go sell it off straight away, or take it to the next production chain if you really wanted to. So that's a great idea. But what you can do, which I think is absolutely brilliant, if you go into a tractor with an auto load trailer on, so we'll come around here, there we are, so we'll fill it up, we'll go find the flour that we put in, 5,000 litres, 5,000 litres in the back, and then we'll pull over there, we'll do unload, and it's still a 5,000 litre pallet. It takes the pallet in for what capacity it's on, and it puts out the same capacity. That is ace, absolutely brilliant. So if you wanted to combine the two, obviously you can't lift them, mind you, but you can have loads less pallets to be dealing with anyway. And if you really want to have the pallets at the end, so simulate putting them in with your forklift truck or whatever, you still get them at 5,000 litre capacity out of the silo. That is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, so that's my top 5 from this week. Drop it in the comments below. Have you got anything different that you think's better? We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's much appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.